Okay, a very good evening, guys. Can you all let me know if you all can see me, if you all can hear me, if you all can see a screen, and if everything is okay? Let me know on the chat box. Soon. Yeah, right. Perfect. So I was waiting for the 5 minutes for everyone to join. Okay. Few things, guys, before we start. I'll give you all a small introduction since there are a lot of students who are joining newly today as well. So I'll give you all a small introduction and then we'll start. Okay. So what is happening here right now? This is the class for the 2025 A-level students. Now, who are the 2025 A-level students? These are the students who just finished O-levels in, I think, last month, right? Who finished it in, not last month, no, you all finished it in May, okay? So for the students who finished it in May and who will be sitting for A-levels in 2025, this session is for you all. So in terms of the classes, like I promised at the very beginning, for the entire month of July, our classes will be free. So my class is going to be free for the entire month of July, and classes happen every Monday from 7 to 9. That is my regular class time. Last class, we had it a little early since it was our first class, but our regular class time, so even if I don't remind you, or even if there is no flyer that comes, remember, our class time is Monday from 7 to 9 p.m. That is this time. So today is the 17th. Next class is also free. Next class is the 24th. The class after that, that is the 31st, that class is also free. So all of that is under July. No? So in July, we are doing unit number 1, and I will be completing around 40% of unit number 1 in the whole of July. So that is completely free, and you all get a free set of printed tudes as well. So far, I have printed and couriered tudes to more than 160 students. So can you all let me know, guys, do you all have a printed tude with you? The file with the main tude, the past paper tude and everything? Yes. Okay, since there are so many yeses, can the people who don't have, let me know? Can you say, if you don't have, say no? I think almost all of you all have, right? Right. So there are around, so there are only 2 people who don't have the tute. Anyone else, guys? Don't you have not got the printed tute with the printed file, this pack, I'm saying, have you not got this? This is the whole pack. Inside this pack, there is a set of, around 3-4 tutes. That is for unit number 1. Okay. So I'm guessing, okay, most of you all have it. Some of you all don't have it. So I'm guessing only around, so far from the messages that I have, there is around 10 students who don't have it. That means everyone else has it. So for those who don't have, listen very carefully, guys. Okay, now this set of tutes are completely free. You don't have to pay a courier, don't have to pay a printing cost, but you have a courier charge to pay, guys. That is not for me. That is, you have to pay the courier company who comes and delivers the tute. So courier charge, if I'm not mistaken, how much did they charge you, guys? They told me they charged 355 for those who got the tute. 355, right? So that is the amount that they charge you. They will charge you 355 irrespective of where you live. Colombo, out of Colombo, anywhere in the country, they'll charge you a 355. 400? Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe that's my other courier company, but my usual courier company charges a 355 as the courier charge. So you have to pay that 355. I don't get any cent of that. That is for the courier company, and you can collect your file. If not, you can even come to my place. I live in Mount Lavinia. You can come there and collect it as well for free. Then there is no courier charge. So in order to get your tutes, there is a Google form. There is a form that I have asked you all to fill. So in that form, you need to put your name, you need to put your address, you need to put your contact numbers. So then I will courier. So I'm couriering the next set of tutes tomorrow. Okay. And this Google form, guys, I don't share it everywhere around. this Google form. Okay, let me just, I'll just share it in the class right now. Hold on. Let me, I have the Google form in my phone. So let me quickly join this meeting using my phone, and I'll share the link on the, yes, if anyone has the link, can you all put it to everyone? That's easy, no? You all are already in your phone, no? Someone who is on your phone, I think I'll allow you all to text. Yeah, you can text everyone. The form that I asked you all to fill to get the tunes, can you all send? So someone, I'll just send it on the, I'll just send it on the class group now. I sent it on the, right, it's there on the group, okay? So this is the form, guys, right? So this student just sent the form. So if you don't have a tute, now this form, I usually send it on all WhatsApp groups that the students have registered. So guys, don't share this form around publicly anywhere. This form is only for the registered 2025 students. So if you don't have the tube, now if you have already filled it, let's say the last 2-3 days, don't fill again because it's there. I sent the last set of tubes on Thursday. I'm sending another set tomorrow. So those who filled it yesterday, day before, your names will be there. If you have already filled, please don't fill. If you have not filled it, please fill this form properly. Enter your name, address, and everything. I will courier the next set of tubes tomorrow. So if I courier it tomorrow, you should get it on Wednesday or maybe by Thursday. So within around 1 or 2 days, you will get it. But remember, they'll call you before coming to confirm if you're at home. So if you don't answer the phone, they're not going to come and give you the tube. So make sure you enter 2 proper numbers. If there is a missed call, please call back and you will get your tube. Okay. So that is about the tunes and that is about the classes for the month of July. We started last week and today is our first class. Not the first, the second class, but the first proper class where we are going to go into detail, because last week we did an introduction and we did like a very small part about what is economics only. And remember guys, how my classes work. All the classes, all the printed tunes are sent to your doorstep. Plus, there is no additional fee that you will have to pay for the tunes, guys. All those are covered in your class fee itself. I don't charge a separate tute printing cost or anything. Maybe because you all might get confused because some teachers actually do that. So my class fees will be 2,800. That is from next month onward. Don't pay anything this month if you all are continuing. But that will include the recording access. That will include the printed tunes, everything. So there is no additional cost for that. Okay, so this printed tunes, guys, will only be sent for the 2025 students because this is a 2025 class. Okay, hope you all understand that. And recordings of every single class, I have my own website. So I will be uploading it to that. But since month 1 is free, I will not be uploading it there because in my website, you all will get a username, password, right? So then you all can sign in and you all can watch. But I have to create accounts for all of you all now. So for that purpose, since this is the first month and it's free, I will upload the first month's recordings on YouTube. Now, YouTube, everyone has access, so you all don't have to do anything. So it will not expire also. You can go and watch. So let me just share my screen on my this thing. Yes, if you're from the 2025 batch, you can fill the form that came on the chat box. Okay. So let me just quickly show you something, guys, before we start. So this is my YouTube channel. You can go to, this is me listening to music. Go to the YouTube channel. Go to this YouTube channel called iTutor SL. This is my YouTube channel. So you click on the channel, right? You will get all of this. So where do you find your video? Go to the playlist section. Here there is this third one, playlist. So go to playlist, and in playlist here, can you see there is one playlist that says 2025 advanced level. So any videos, any recordings of your classes, okay, I will upload it there. So that means all the free classes that we are doing for July will be uploaded here. So even if I forget to share the link or something, usually within 1 day, the recording is there on YouTube. Okay. So you click on this playlist, you can see. So far, there is only one video, 1 hour and 50 minutes. That is last week's recording. So today, after we do the class, today's recording also, maybe by tomorrow or by day after, the recording will be there. Okay. This is only for the first month. From next month onwards, it's a paid class now. So then the recordings will be on our website only. Website, you have a username and a password. Only one person can use it, because otherwise no point, no, right? So otherwise, if it's multiple use, then the accounts get blocked and all of that is there. Okay, so just have that in mind. Is that clear, guys, how the class works and how everything goes? Any questions? You subscribe to the channel? Yes, do subscribe as well. I have not monetized the channel or anything, so I don't get any money if you watch or subscribe, but subscribe, at least I feel good when the number goes up. If I do double AT, will it be easy for me to do A level? It makes it a little easy, but double AT is not very valuable, guys. It's okay. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not very valuable. If you want, you can do it, but I will not say definitely go and do it. It will bring a little bit of value addition, but you don't have to. So now I'll tell you, right? I was also a top 50 island rank student. I never did double AT. I never did anything during A levels. During A levels, only thing I did is I went to school. I went for my extra classes. I was a prefect. I was a part of sports clubs, all of that. That's what I did. I didn't do CIMA or ACCA or double AT during A level. So you don't have to. That's okay, right? There is no rule saying that you have to do double AT and all during A level. Is doing ACCA fine along with A levels? If you want, you can do. That's okay. But there is no must to do. Okay. What I would you recommend to do during A levels? During A levels, guys, I'll just give you all a small thing. Okay. This is what A levels. I'll be very genuine with you guys. Okay. Okay. After O levels, I did a small IT diploma. I did a IT diploma at ESOP. Okay. No, I'm not Kasuli Enagas. I'm Imran Hashim student. Okay. So after O levels, I did a IT diploma at ESOP, but that was I did it because it was given as a free scholarship for me. Okay. That's why I did it, but that was actually, it's okay. It's not that of a standard, right? IT diploma, I think during my time, it costed around 30,000. It didn't have a big standard and it's not a big value addition. Now, it's like this, no, guys, sometimes after O levels, your parents don't let you just stay at home. No, they are like, do something, So that is why I also did it. So it was like a 6-month diploma program. It was okay. You learn some basics, you learn the basics of programming, you learn different things. That's okay. So maybe if you all want to, you also can learn something like IT, but that's all right. Even if you decide to stay at home and, enjoy yourself, that's okay. That's perfectly okay. And I'll remind you, this next 2 years or 2.5 years are going to be the best years in your schooling life. So make the best use of it. In terms of clubs and societies, go and be a part of. If you all want to do a sport or something, go and try it out. That's okay, even if you're not good at it. So these are the last few years, and I'll tell you, you're going to miss it when it's over. You're not going to get your school life back. If I can go back to school, I would give up on everything. I would rather go back there, right? That life, those friends, the memories you make, you're not going to get it. So don't worry. Life is not a race. You don't have to graduate, 1 year after A levels. So it's not a race, right? Do what makes you happy at the end of the day. So you don't have to, I know some students, they try to finish A levels in like 1 year and go. That's okay. If you have financial problems, if you want to do it early, it's okay. But life is not a race, because at the end of the day, you all are going to work for the rest of your life, at least until you're around 40 minimum. After graduating, you will be working, unless you are rich and your parents have money to give you and the property, then that's fine. But a normal person, at least until he's 50 years, usually 60 is the retirement age. So from the time you graduate after your degree, you will be working. And I'll tell you, working life is not easy. It's not as like your school life and all of it. So why are you hurrying? Some people, they want to finish A levels so soon, right? They are willing to give up on their schooling life. They are willing to give up on everything and, soon to go and work. Why? Why you now? If there is a financial problem in the family, I understand. That's good, right? You're trying to take up responsibility. You're trying to, work and do that. But if you think your parents can afford and send you to school, and given that there is a government school and all of it you can go to, right? Make use of it. Why are you trying to, do a lot of other things? So make full use of your schooling life. I'll give you all some tips also going forward, how to develop your personality and all of it. So just keep that in mind. How we can earn money as students by staying at home. Right now, you can't get a formal job. Okay, so you can't do formal jobs, but maybe as students, maybe small things you can do. You can do things like designing flyers for small businesses. So if you can learn graphic designing, you can do something. Maybe content writing, but that also now is outdated because of a lot of other things. So, you can try out. Purpose of studying economics, you'll learn, right? Once we do a lot of things, you will learn how valuable this is. Right? I'll start teaching, guys. I was just answering all the questions that was on the chat box. Okay. So with that, we'll get into today's part. I'll take a minute just to recap what we did last class. Last class, we learned what economic behavior is. And this is a small rule, guys, in class. So remember my rule. If you want to get an island rank, or if you want to do really, really well, what did I tell you? What's the key thing that I told you last class? That you have to do what? If you want to do well in A levels, what's the most important thing, right? Revise, yes. But the whole point of that is you need to stay on what? You need to stay on track. How do you stay on track? To stay on track, there are two things. Number one, when the teacher is teaching, pay proper attention. Okay, when the teacher is teaching, pay proper attention. Don't be on your phone now and walking around or doing nonsense. That is one. And the second thing, to stay on track, you need to go through what we did last week and come for this class. How many of you all did that? How many of you all went through? Because I'm guessing my volume is okay, no? In case if you feel it's a little low, try leaving and join. Did you all go through and come? Yes. So this won't take that long. Huh? You can take around 15 minutes. Remember I told you. So if the class is at 7 o'clock, you sit at your table at 6:45. At 6:45, you sit in your table, just turn the pages, just read. I don't want you to memorize. And the biggest thing is, if you miss a class, what do? If you miss a class, do you miss the next class also? No. If you miss a class, watch the recording and come, because almost always the next class is connected to the previous class. And that is the biggest advantage for online class. Now, physical class, miss na gone. Online class, if you miss, recording is there. Please watch and come. Okay. Don't miss around 4 classes at a stretch and then, do something. Not there. Try your level best to come to class. By any chance, if you couldn't make it, watch the recording and come. And in my classes, within 24 hours of the class, the recording will be there. For now, it will be on YouTube. Going forward, it will be on the website. So within 24 hours, recording is there. So you miss the class, watch it before the next class. Those are the few rules. Do that. I'll guarantee you, you will be among the top 100 in the island. I'll give you all small other tips going forward. So last class, we learned about economic behavior. We said these are the activities that people do to fulfill their physical needs and wants. And then we talked about what is economics. We said in economics, there are limited resources, there are unlimited bonds, and different, the subject of economics is about what? It's about how people try to satisfy their unlimited bonds with limited resources they have. That was what economics was. And then we did a few MCQs also. Most of you all got it correct. So we did this 2014 one Yes, you all have the MCQ tute, no? You all have the, not the MCQ tute, the past paper tute. So when I'm doing a MCQ in the screen over here, you can mark it in the tute that you have. So you all have a tute with all the unit 1 questions. So you can find that question soon. No, I don't have to teach you how to find, no. 2014 question number 1. So soon turn to 2014, get question number 1. I have printed and sent you. Then we did this MCQ also, if I'm not mistaken. I added one more MCQ. No. Yes, did we do this one? 2021? Can't remember. I remember like I added one more MCQ. We have done it, no? Sorry, I have opened the, hold on. 19 pages. I remember I added one more MCQ. I can't find it. I think that's it. Right. So then today we'll go into a new part. Now I want you all to listen carefully. At the end of every class, starting from today, we have a quiz. So the quiz from the class will be from what we learned today and what we learned before. So this is for me to check, are you on track? So study and come. Okay. We'll start with the first one, guys. So today we are going to start off with learning the branches of economics. This is a very easy thing. Okay. So in economics, there are 2 branches. The first one is called microeconomics and the second is called macroeconomics. Class ends at 9, guys. It's a 2-hour class. Okay. So what is microeconomics? What is macroeconomics? Guys, can you all just think and tell me, guys, what do you all think micro means? What is micro? What do you think micro is? Think of the English definition. Micro, small, tiny. Yeah. So, you know what is microeconomics? Microeconomics is where you study about a small part of an economy, right? You study about a small part. Now, if you take Sri Lanka's economy, right? If you study about one business, microeconomics. If you study about the demand for one product, microeconomics. If you study about how one person is spending and things, microeconomics. If you study about the cost of one firm, micro, you're studying about one small part. Now, remember, Sri Lankan economy is huge. But if you're studying about a small part, what is that called? That is called microeconomics. If you study about the entire economy as a whole, that is called macroeconomics. Now, I'll give you a simple example. Something like the exchange rate. Most of you all know, guys, exchange rate. So, if you talk about the exchange rate, right? Now, if you talk about the exchange rate, can you give the exchange rate of Colombo? Can you give exchange rate for Gaul? You can't give it for a small partner. Can you say exchange rate of one firm? Nothing like that, right? You say exchange rate of Sri Lanka. General knowledge. How much is the exchange rate these days? Against the US dollar? US dollar to Sri Lankan rupee exchange rate. Anyone who knows? These are all future units that we will study, but how many of you all know? At least give me a rough number. I don't want the exact number. Around how much? US dollar to this thing. These days it's around 300 to 310. So these days exchange rate is around how much? Between 300 to 310. Now I work for an economics firm. No? So all this is like, you know, these are things that clients are interested. So what I do is at office, we predict also. So we predict what will the exchange rate be in, let's say, by the end of the year. So my prediction is by the end of this year. Now, this is not my officer's view. My view is by the end of the year, this will go to around 340. And by the end of next year, I feel it will go close to 400. That is my view, but there is a lot of time. Within this time, a lot of things can change. We don't know. We'll see. Right? So my view, just remember, by the end of this year, 340. Because with import restrictions coming off and all, I feel it will go up a little. We'll see. I don't know. And we'll learn how the exchange rate is determined and all in unit number 10. This later, don't worry. So now think about this exchange rate, guys. Do you understand that when I say exchange rate is a macroeconomic topic, do you agree with that? Macroeconomics is where you study about the entire economy as a whole. So when I say exchange rate, can I say exchange rate of Colombo? Can I say exchange rate of one firm? Can't. Exchange rate of Sri Lanka, the whole economy. That is what you call macroeconomics. So now we'll go through in detail. Look at this. Microeconomics is the study of individuals. Who are individuals? People like you and me. Study of households. Who are households? Your house. Your house is a household. That's like a family. Study of firms. Now, individuals, households, firms are a small part of the economy, no? So when you study about these, that is what you call microeconomics. See, microeconomics is the study of individuals, households, and firms' behavior in decision making, allocating resources that we don't need. For your level, remember, microeconomics means small. Small what? Where we study about a small part of the economy. Firm, guys, firm is a business. So let's say Keels, Cargills, let's say even iTutor, Satya College, those are all firms. Firms are businesses. Okay. So if you're studying about just one of that, that is what you call microeconomics. Look at the examples over here, guys. You see, studying some examples. Studying demand, supply. Now, these are, you don't have to know what is demand, what is supply. You don't have to know, right? Demand and supply, we learn in unit number 2. Production function, unit number 4. This is unit number 4. Market operation, unit number 2. 2, 1, 1, 1. So you don't have to know what these are. These are things we will talk about in detail later. But for now, you need to know these are microeconomic topics. What is microeconomic topics? Microeconomic topics are what? These are where you are doing what, guys? Where you're focusing on a small part of the economy. So let me explain this here. Studying demand and supply and price of a good. A good means one good. In the economy, there are so many goods. But if you talk about just one good, a demand for mobile phones, prices of mobile phones. So you're studying about a small part, right? The economy, how many goods are there? Mobile phones, pens, pencils, I don't know. There are 1,000 million goods, no? But if you're studying about one of that, that's called microeconomics. Here, production function of a firm. So this is about how is one firm, firm means a business. How is one business producing goods? One business, micro. Third one, production. Just give me a second. Okay, sorry, right? So what were we talking? Production functions. That is how one firm produces goods and sells. Look at the third one. No current? Ayo. Production cost of a firm. So that is about one firm's cost to produce goods, how much and how much it will go. Guys, can you all tell me some examples? What do you think my costs are? Now, I am the owner of iTutor SL, right? So that is my own institute. So can you all tell me what do you think my costs are? The production cost of my firm. Okay, tube printing cost. So for the firm, for the tubes that I sent you all, I definitely have a printing cost. I don't get it for free, no? Right. My Wi-Fi bill, correct. So I am using my data and all. So my Wi-Fi bill. My Zoom cost. Now I have a Zoom account here. So for this, I have to pay a monthly subscription. My electricity, good. So the light and the all of this. My electronic devices, exactly. See, I'm using a pencil here. I have an iPad that I'm using a camera in front of me. All of that. So those are what? Now, is that macroeconomics or microeconomics? If someone is studying about the cost of iTutor, is that micro or macro? That is microeconomics, one small part of the economy. Are we studying about the entire economy's cost? No, we are studying about one firm's cost, micro. Here, market operation of each good. What is market operation? That's like for a good, how much of demand is there? How much is the supply for a good? What is demand supply? Don't worry, guys. We'll study later. Unit number 2. Okay. Okay. Then market operation of a production firm. So how a firm is operating, how are they producing goods, who and who are buying their goods. Then there is something called scarcity. We learn today. Marginal cost, we learn in the future. And also choices, we learn in the future. Don't worry about what this means. But if someone comes and asks you now that you are a student who is studying economics, can you tell me what is microeconomics? What do you tell them? You tell them, look here, microeconomics is where we study about a small part of the economy. So maybe we study about an individual, we study about a firm, we study about a household, where we study only one small part. Yes. Now, okay, good question. Now, if we study about a large business like Cargills and Keels, is it micro or macro? What do you all think? We are studying about a large business like Cargill supermarket. Is it microeconomics or macroeconomics? What do you think? It is, remember guys, it is still micro because we are studying about only one firm, no? That firm can be large, Cargills can be big. But if you take the economy has not only Cargills or Gills, no. Economy has thousands and thousands of businesses. Are we studying about all of them? No. The business can be large, but we are studying about only that business. That is microeconomics. Then look at the next one, macroeconomics. Yeah, yes, even though don't worry about the size of the business. Remember, talk about what is an economy. Economy is the whole country. So if you're talking about something related in the whole country, then macro. About a small thing, like about one business, something like that, that is micro. See, macroeconomics is the branch that studies how the overall economy, the full economy, how the overall economy and the market systems operate on a large scale. Macroeconomics studies economy-wide phenomena. What is this economy-wide phenomena? Situations or scenarios relating to the entire country. Please, can someone tell me what is inflation, guys? Now, you all would have heard this in the news and all. Don't worry, you don't have to know what is inflation. That is unit number 7. Any guesses, general knowledge? Inflation is connected to what? What is inflation? If someone says Sri Lanka is having inflation these days, what does that mean? Now, you all need to know, no? Economic students, if someone says inflation, if you don't know what is inflation. What is inflation? Inflation, in very simple terms, inflation is where prices of goods are increasing. Inflation is where prices of goods are increasing. That is what you call inflation. Right. I have proper definitions also. Google, or where did you all get it from? I have a continuous increase of price and goods and services. Okay. So what is inflation, guys? Where prices are going up. Now, when we say inflation of a country, are we talking about a small part? No, we are saying Sri Lanka is experiencing inflation. Are we talking about a small part? Are we talking about Cargills, Keels, Colombo, Ratnapura? No. We are talking about the entire economy. Whole what? Whole country. That is what, right? Okay, you learned it before. Okay. That is what you call macroeconomics. Okay, so look at the examples here. Some examples for the units studied in macro. Now, I'll tell you again. You don't have to know what these are. Okay, these are later. Now, aggregate output, unit number 6. Aggregate income, unit number 5. Economic fluctuations, we'll learn unit number 1 a little. Inflation unit 7, employment unit 11, unemployment 11, investment unit 5. So these are all big topics to learn later. Now, what is our unit number 1? Introduction to economics. So we learn the basics here and there. Okay, so don't worry. Okay, now you will wonder, sir, thought, sir said investment. Now, what is investment? What is this employment? Don't worry about those. These are just examples for macro. So, what is macroeconomics? Where you study about the entire economy. To look at examples, aggregate output. Can someone tell me what is the meaning of aggregate? What do you think aggregate is? Aggregate means what? Give me the English definition now. Don't Google for definitions. What do you all think aggregate? Aggregate. Now in English, you get a question somewhere. Someone says aggregate. What is that? Aggregate means the total, right? The total, everything. So total, or you can say sum of. So what is aggregate output? What do you think? Simplify it in your own words. Aggregate output. Aggregate output means the total output of a country. Aggregate, total. So total output means what? Total goods and services. So all the goods and services in the country, macroeconomics. Aggregate income, total income of the country, my income, your father's income, business's income, government's income, aggregate income. Then economic fluctuations, we'll talk about this later. Okay, so if you're considering about a school, micro, right? A small part. Now, macro means entire economy, everything. Schools are one part of an economy, micro. Okay, then inflation. What is inflation? Inflation is where prices are increasing. So when we say prices are increasing, do we say inflation in Colombo, inflation in Jaffna, inflation in Cargill? No, we say inflation of Sri Lanka. Macro. Here, employment and unemployment. Now we say unemployment rate in Sri Lanka is 5%. So what does that mean? From our labor force, 5% don't have jobs. Unemployment rate. Now, do we say unemployment rate in Colombo, unemployment rate in Mount Lavinia? No, we say unemployment rate of Sri Lanka, entire economy. Okay, then we have investment. We have things like economic growth. So we say now Sri Lanka's economy in the year 2022, we'll talk about the economic crisis. Okay, that is we'll study in the future how the economic crisis happened. What did our beautiful president Gotabaya do? Okay, how did the economy go from here to collapsing? And we'll talk about all of that. Very interesting. Okay, so until that, we'll wait for now. So last year is the year Sri Lanka recorded the worst economic growth since independence. We'll learn what that is later. But think, since 1948, the year 2022, remember last year, power cuts, crisis, Aragalaya, yeah? The worst ever economic growth was recorded in 2022. Now, you will wonder, so now, is it bad? It is bad. Now, even think, in 2020, we had COVID. In COVID, there was a lockdown. With lockdowns and everything, we still did better than last year. So last year, no lockdowns or anything. No, last year, economy was functioning well. But still, we performed very bad. Means our economy was in deep crisis last year. We'll learn those later, don't worry. So these are all macroeconomics. No, are we talking about a small part? No, we are talking about the entire economy. Then see, things like this, things like money supply, imports, exports. So we'll talk about this, what these fluctuations are. Don't worry, guys. What these individual components are, like I said, we'll learn later. Right? If I try to teach all what these individual components are, then that's the whole syllabus. So don't worry what these are. Okay. So what I want you all to remember is macroeconomics is where you study about the whole economy. Microeconomics is where you study about a part of the economy. Right. So there is a question. For example, if we say output of a school, right? What do you all think, guys? Or the school or the education system, is it micro or macro? If someone is studying about the schools in Sri Lanka or studying about the whole education system in Sri Lanka, it's again micro, right? You're studying about a part of the economy. Education system or schools is one part. In the economy, there are so many other things. So that is micro. We'll do some past papers. You all will see how questions come. So is that this part okay, guys? Are all okay? Now, in the tute, there will be QR codes. In the tute, in some places, there are QR codes. So those QR codes now, what is scarcity? I'll teach you. I'll teach you all today. Okay. So these QR codes, you can scan. How do you scan? Take your phone, open the camera app. So from the camera app, like taking a photo of this QR code, hold the camera. You don't have to download any additional software or anything, not needed. Just take your normal camera in your phone and hold it in front of you. Then you will get a small pop-up. In the camera itself, there is a small pop-up saying open in browser or something. Click on that. Then it will open in your browser, Google Chrome or whatever browser you have. And then in that also, there is a small thing that says continue to site or something. Continue to site, you will go to this YouTube video there. Then this video will most likely be a video on micro and macroeconomics. Now, why do I put videos like this, guys? This is for you all to, I'll tell you all the best way to learn something is learn it in different ways. So after I teach you, you also go in search of knowledge. You also just search this topic on YouTube. Now, you all are always in the phone. So I won't tell you to read a book. Go on YouTube. All of you all know YouTube now. So go on YouTube and search micro and macroeconomics. There will be some videos. Just watch one or two. A video will be 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Just watch one or two. So it goes into your head in a different way. Now, I also have taught you. You have put a YouTube video also into your head. So you're not going to forget things like that. That's how you learn anything, guys. So don't just read the tute, sit and by heart tutes. You can't do that. Make your learning interesting. Paste sticky notes. Now, let's say you watch the YouTube video and there was something that was not in the tute. You learn something new, or you Google something and learn something new. So take a small sticky note or something, write that thing down, paste it on your tute nicely. So use color pens, colored highlighters. Now, why do you think I spend so much and print a nice file and everything and send you? That's to make sure that you also like to study the subject. Now, if you have like a empty tute, nothing is written, you have just scribbled in the tute. Do you think you will ever want to open that tute and study again? No. So always make sure your notes, whatever, is nicely kept. Nicely kept means not that you don't open and keep in brand new condition, but write side notes, paste sticky notes and do that. So those things make you more motivated to study it again. So that has to happen, regardless you're a boy, you're a girl, or whatever. Try and get that done. Okay. So Azan, I don't need, so I'm continuing. Okay. Then shall we try a few MCQs now? So there are 3 MCQs which I want you all to do. Okay. We'll start with the 2011 one. We'll see how many of you all can give me a right answer. Yes, economics, guys, I think is the most this thing. Okay, so I'll also keep quiet. You can give me an answer on the chat box. Question 2. Others? So far, I have around 70 answers. Yeah, I have 90 answers. What do y'all think? All right, so I think I got 1 or 2 incorrect answers. Everyone else, I think, got it correct. So the question says, the branch of economics that studies the decisions of individual households and firms. What is this? Macroeconomics number 1, microeconomics 2, positive economics 3, normative economics 4, home economics 5. Which of this branch studies about individual households and firms? Answer is number 2. These are what? These are actual A-level questions, right? So, what am I trying to tell you? A-level paper is not hard. If you listen carefully during class, if you revise your things properly, the A-level paper is not hard. How many MCQs do we get now? This is 2011 A-levels question number 2. Remember last time how many MCQs do we get in paper 1? Remember paper 1 is 100 marks. How many MCQs? You get 50 MCQs. So 50 MCQs like this. I'm not saying the exact same MCQ, right? From different units, there will be some MCQs, small calculation, some MCQs here and there. So like this, there are 50 MCQs. That's what you need to do for your paper 1, 100 marks. Then paper 2 is another 100. So do you think this is difficult? No. If you learn it properly, you definitely can do it, right? My students have got iron ranks, and I'll tell you, you follow what I am telling you, you will also get that at the end of your 2.5 years. Okay, give me an answer for this. We'll see how many of you all can do this. This is a little hard, but I want you to think very carefully. Don't rush into answer. Which of the following is a microeconomic statement? That means it focuses on a small part, maybe one product, one firm, one individual. Okay, microeconomic. Price of rubber declined by 10% last year. Unemployment was 58% of the labor force last year. Real GDP, GDP means all goods and services produced in the economy, increased by 7%. General price level means prices of all the goods and services, that is inflation, increased by 4%. Tax revenue of the government decreased by 8%. What do you think is the microeconomic? Which one of this focuses on a small part of the economy? Maybe one product, one good, small part. That means all the other 4 are macro. So far, most of the answers I have is correct. Others, what do you all think? Microeconomic statement. Think. One of these focuses on a small part of the economy. Which one? එකද දෙකද තුනද හතරද පහද? Which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Answer? Didn't understand the economic branches. I'll summarize. Don't worry, after class. Okay. So which one is our answer? Right. So far I have 98% correct answers. I think I only got 1 or 2 wrong answers. So that means most of you all have understood good. So which one is the answer, guys? The answer is number 1. Why? Number 1 talks about the price of rubber. Rubber is just one good. In the economy, there are so many goods. You are just talking about the price of rubber declining. Price of rubber has fallen. That can't be macroeconomics. No, that is micro. But look at the other answers. Unemployment. Unemployment means for the whole Sri Lanka, how many people don't have jobs? Real GDP. GDP is all the goods and services in the country. General price level. That means the prices of all the goods and services. Tax revenue of the government. Sri Lanka's government, whole tax revenue from the entire country. So all these 4 are what? All these 4 are macroeconomics. Focuses on the entire economy. Then which one is the micro one? It's this. So really nice to see most of you all got the answer correct. I think around 5 of you all or 10 of you all didn't give answers. I got around 90 messages. And from the 90, I got only 2 or 3 answers were wrong. That means most of you all are listening and most of you all know what to do. Okay. Then this question, guys, is from last classes one. We'll see how many of you all remember this. This is not micro macro. We'll see how many of you all can remember this. Okay. Central problem of economics is. Yes, L paper 200 divided by 2. Establishing a fair tax system. So they are asking what is economics about? Establishing a fair tax system. Ensuring minimum income for each citizen. Allocating scarce productive resources to satisfy wants. Enacting a set of laws that prevent resources from overuse. Producing goods and services without wasting resources. What do you think? This is last class. We'll see how many of you all have revised and come down. What do you all think? Right. So far, still most of you all have given me the correct answer. I have 1 or 2 wrong answers. Others, what do you think economics is about? What is economics trying to solve? Or what is this whole subject about? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one? This is the 2022 A-level paper, the latest paper. Students did it last year in February. So that means if you can do it now means sorted, no? The answer, guys, is answer number 3. Right? So really good, right? Nice to see all of you all do this right. Now remember, guys, I'll give you the good news. This is still, right? This is still what? This is still our theory class. Okay. Now, what is your final objective? Final objective is to do the A-level paper, no? This is your A-level paper. So think from the theory class itself, if you can do the A-level paper, if you can get it correct. And what did I tell you? I told you I'll finish the syllabus 5 times. I'm usually faster than other teachers. Now, already with my students for the 2023 batch, I have finished it twice. I have done the theory and revision, and we are doing it for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th time. So usually I'm faster. Okay. So we will do a revision class, which we will revise it again. We will do a past paper class. We will do something called a fast track class. We will do something called for 3 months, we will be doing mock exams. So in all of this, I will be revising this again and again and again, and we'll do questions. So just think, guys, if you can get the A-level paper done from the theory class itself, think at the end of 2 years or 2.5 years, after doing all of this, how good you will be. I'll tell you guys, I'll easily take you to a level of a 95 for econ. Just do what I ask you to do. And I'm not going to ask you to study for hours and hours, because I personally want you all to enjoy A-level. These are the best years of school, guys. Be a part of your sports, do your clubs and societies, become a prefect if you can, do everything. It's nice, right? You all will make memories, you all will have fun, you all will make friends, right? Do all of that, but do the small things that I ask you to. Everything is done. Central problem for economics we'll talk about in detail a little later. So I'm hoping with that, this part is okay, guys. Is everyone okay? Micro and macro. Shall we go to the next part of the unit now? Microeconomics, macroeconomics. Okay. Now we'll go to the next part of the unit, that is positive and normative statements. What is this? Positive and normative statements. Very easy, just like micro and macro. Positive statements are statements about what has happened, what will happen. Oh, it's like a fact. A positive statement is like a fact. It is something about what has happened or what will happen. Oh, it's about a normal fact. Okay. These positive statements you can prove. You can prove whether this is right or wrong. That's a positive. Now, don't worry too much. When I put the examples and all, you all will understand better. Don't worry. Okay. So I'm saying positive statements are facts. It's about what has happened, maybe what will happen, right? It can be proven. You can prove whether this is right or wrong. Then, what is a normative statement? A normative statement is a personal opinion. Positive statement is a fact. Normative statement is a personal opinion. Now, I am saying, right? I'll give you a good example. Now, normative statements, there are no right or wrong. You can't prove whether this is right or wrong. I'll give you an example. Look at this. Example number 1 for normative. Huh? What are normative statements? Normative statements are personal judgments. One person's opinion. There is no right or wrong. Look at this. The country should increase monthly salary of every government worker by 5,000. Is it right or wrong? Country should increase monthly salary of every government worker by 5,000. Can you say whether this is right or wrong? True or false? Can't say right. This is personal opinion. Now, I will say, right? I will say, look here, these days, the crisis, prices are going up of goods and services, cost of living is very high. So we should increase the monthly salary of all the government workers by 5,000. That is my opinion. Then you're coming and telling me, sir, no, sir, all the government workers are not doing any work, lazy fellows, right? They are not doing, they are very inefficient. Some people are taking bribes also. So don't increase the salary. Now, can I say, no, I am only correct? Can you say, no, you're only correct? No. Personal opinion. I am saying cost of living is high. No, let's increase. You're saying, no, sir, these people are not efficient. They are not doing any work. So don't increase. Is there a right or wrong? There is no right or wrong. This is value judgments, personal opinions. Look at the second one. Okay. We'll take another one. Look at this here. Fourth one. Every person should earn equal income. Now, I am saying everyone has the same needs. Everyone needs food, shelter, all of that. So everyone must earn an equal income. That is my opinion. You are coming and saying, sir, what nonsense, sir? People who are highly educated, who work hard, they should earn a high income because they are studying hard, they are working hard, let's say working for 10 hours a day, right? They are entrepreneurs, they are taking a risk, they should earn higher income. The fellows who are doing nothing should earn a lower income. That is your opinion. But I am saying whatever said and done, everyone has the basic needs, no? Saying, no, let everyone earn equal. So is there a right or wrong again? No. I have my opinion, you have your opinion. Look at this. Economic growth rate should be maintained at 8%. Now, I am saying for Sri Lanka, it is good if we maintain economic growth at, what is economic growth? Don't worry guys, we'll learn later. Okay, I am saying we'll keep it at 8%. You're saying no, sir, we'll keep it at 10%. Or you're saying no, sir, 5% is a good number. Now, is there a right or wrong? No. Look at this. Every citizen should be given free medical facility. Now, I am saying medicine, no, this thing is a requirement for every person. So government should give free medicine for everyone. You're saying, sir, look here, sir, our government doesn't even have the money. Okay. If they go and give free medicine to everyone, where are they going to find the money? So they should not give free medicine. They should at least charge 100 rupees. That is your opinion. So is there a right or wrong? No. That is what you call normative statements. What are normative statements? Personal judgment. There is no right or wrong. I am saying mehema karamu, you're saying nana sir mehema karamu, you're saying let's do this, I say let's do this. No one is right, no one is wrong. That is our personal opinion. That is normative. Okay, we'll just read a little bit of normative again. I'll come back to positive. Okay. Normative statements are statements presented in relation to what should exist and what should happen in the society. As normative statements are based on personal views, beliefs, and traditions. So these views are based on your tradition, right? Now, for example, let's say something like, okay, beef. Okay. Now, some people are saying, no, it's okay, we'll eat beef. Some religious people say, no, it's not good, right? That's an animal, we should not harm. So that is based on your tradition, your culture, You have separate beliefs. Now, there is no right or wrong. I can't say we should eat beef, it's good. You can't say no, we should not eat beef, wrong. There's nothing like that. These are value judgments based on your tradition, your beliefs. You have your opinion. There is no right or wrong. Okay, so then these statements are called what? These statements are also known to be subjective. What is subjective? Subjective means, what do you think subjective means? If someone says this is highly subjective, what does that mean? We are saying normative statements are subjective. Important, close but not real. Debatable, very, very close. Likely, no. Subjective means it differs. It differs from person to person. That is what subjective means. So what is subjective? Subjective means it differs from person to person. There is no right answer. For me, let's do it like this. You are saying, nah, sir, let's do it like this. So this is subjective. It differs based on my values and traditions and your values and traditions. Okay? See, it is difficult. Look at this point. It is difficult to test the correctness of normative statements. Now, can we do like an experiment or something and test whether these are right or wrong? Can we take some data or do some experiment or like a survey or something? Can we do whether right or wrong? You can't, no. Difficult to test. Some people are saying mehema karamu, some people are saying nah, mehema karamu. Let's do like this. So there is no right or wrong. That means these are differing from person to person. They are subjective. So key points to remember, guys. What is normative statements? Normative statements are statements about what should exist. That is based on personal beliefs. And these statements are subjective, differs from person to person. You can't test this and see whether these are correct or wrong. You can't do it. Okay. Then we'll come back to positive statements now. What did I say about positive statements? I said positive statements are statements that talk about what? What means about a fact or about what has happened, about what will happen. Okay, these are called positive statements. I'll recap again, guys. Don't worry. Okay, which means these statements that state the existing nature of a particular thing and the statements that state what will happen in the future. Now, don't worry about the definitions, guys. You don't have to memorize these, okay? But you need to logically understand, okay? See, correctness of a such statement can be tested. Normative statements, can you test and see whether this is right or wrong? Can't. Normative statements, no right or wrong. Test karanna baya hoga. But positive statements, you can test. Look at the example. Okay. Look at this example, Vilu. Number 2. A negative relationship exists between price and quantity demand. What does that mean? That means if the price of a good increases, negative relationship. That means when one is increasing, other one is falling. So when guys, I'll come, guys, I've not finished. Okay, once I explain the whole thing, you will understand. Don't worry. Okay, when the price of a good is increasing, we are saying what is happening? Quantity demand is decrease or will increase. I'm saying negative relationship. What does that mean? Just to test your English knowledge. When price is increasing, quantity demand is decreasing. That means when the price of a good increases, people will buy less of a good. Correct, no, guys? Normal sense, no? Now, can you test this? Can, right? In the market, you can increase the price of one good and see what is happening to demand. Are people buying more of that good now? Or are people buying less of that good now? You can test and see, right? And you can prove whether this is correct or wrong. So if when the price increase, if people are buying less, you can test and see, this is correct. When the price is increasing, if people are buying more, then this is wrong. So remember, what is a positive statement once again? A positive statement is about a fact. Oh, it's about what will happen. Now here's it. If the price of, they are saying negative relationship between price and demand. That means if the price increase, demand will fall. Now, don't worry about price and demand, that we will learn later. But worry about the positive statement. Can you test this? Yes. You can gather data and you can see, when the price. Now, okay, good example. See, we look, what is happening to biscuit demand these days, guys? Compared to earlier, now biscuits are very high. Prices are high, right? You all realize the Mari biscuit or whatever biscuit, prices are very high. Can you tell me about the amount of biscuits that you all are eating now compared to, let's say, 2-3 years ago? The biscuits that you all are eating, the amount of biscuits has come down, right? Earlier you all, at least for tea, some of you all ate biscuit. Now, do you think there are biscuits like that at your place? No, right? Now, how much biscuits are bloody expensive now? So now what has happened? Some of you all have stopped eating biscuit also. So what has happened now? It has fallen. Now, can you test that? You can. No, say real world data. You can do a small survey and you can see, when the price is increasing, people are buying less. So if something can be tested, or if you can prove whether it is right or wrong, that's a positive statement. We'll look at some other examples. The 4 factors of production are land, labor, capital, entrepreneurs. Now, is this like an opinion or a fact? What do you think? The 4 factors of production are land, labor, capital, entrepreneurs. Is this like a fact? That means it's a positive statement, or is it like an opinion? Like some people are saying, nah, make an way, it's this. Some people are saying this, nothing like that. This is a fact, right? 4 factors of production are land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. You can test, though, you can guess what is land, what is labor, what is entrepreneurship. We'll talk later. Don't worry those, right? So that is a fact. Look at this case. Sri Lanka's unemployment level in 2013 is 44%. This is actually wrong. Sri Lanka's unemployment level is not 44%. It was around 5% or 10%. But why is it a positive statement? Why? Because you can check and see, what are positive statements. Positive statement can be tested. So you can test and see whether this is right or wrong. Now, some students confuse. Some students think positive statements means the statements that are true. Positive doesn't mean true. Positive means you can verify. You can test and see whether this is true or false. Positive doesn't mean true. Now, for example, this statement is false. Sri Lanka's unemployment level is not 44%. It's around 5% or 10%. So, statement is false. But why is it a positive statement? Because you can test, you can use some statistics, you can check the central bank report, and you can prove, see, only 5%, you can prove. Then see this, same like the next one. Population growth rate in Sri Lanka is 1%. So, it can be 1%, it can be something else. You can prove and see, you can calculate last time's population, you can calculate this year's population, see by how much it grew. So that means it can be tested, it can be verified. So those statements are called what? Statements that can be tested. You can verify these. They are called what? They are called positive statements. And then, guys, we say, correctness of such statements can be tested with the use of real world facts. So with real world information, we can test and see, make a harida varada. Is it correct or wrong? If the statement is verified through real world facts, it is accepted, or if not, it's rejected. So you can test and see. If it is correct, you accept it. If it is wrong, you reject it. You say, no, this is not correct. Those are positive statements. And see, so a scientific or theoretical nature can be seen in positive statements. What does that mean? That means for positive statements, you can experiment and see whether these are right or wrong. And look at this. Positive statements are mostly objective. What do you think objective is? Now, sometimes have you all seen for MCQs? Now, you all know what a MCQ, you all do this thing. For MCQs, sometimes they call it OTQs, objective test question. What does that mean? Objective test question. That means there is only one correct answer. Now, in your A-level paper, guys, do they give you objective-based MCQs or subjective-based questions? What do they give you? Your MCQ paper, is it objective or subjective? Like, does your answer differ from person to person? No. You think in your A-level paper, you will have questions like that? You can put any answer and the examiner will give you correct. No, it's objective questions. That means there is only one correct answer. You can't say, nah, this is it. No, nothing like that. So what are positive statements again? Positive statements are facts. It talks about what will happen, maybe what has happened in the past. Yeah, these statements can be verified. You can test and see whether this is correct or whether this is wrong. You can test and see. That is what you call a positive statement. Then what is a normative statement? A normative statement is a personal judgment. These you can't verify. I am saying let's do like this. You're saying no, we should do it like this. There is no right or wrong. So this is, see, it's difficult to test. These are based on personal values, personal beliefs. So these are someone's judgments. So remember, this is judgments. Judgments means opinions. I am saying let's do like this. You're saying no, let's do like this. So is there a right or wrong? No right or wrong. That is what you call a normative statement. And you know a small trick when to figure out whether a statement is a normative or not. Usually in normative statements, there are points like this, should, ought, right? There are words like this. Now see, in all these questions, all these examples, I have underlined here, should, ought, should. Yeah. Now remember, every statement that has should is not normative. This is like a small trick to identify whether it's normative or not. But you all need to read and identify. So what is, once again, we'll quickly summarize and then I'll put you all to a past paper and we'll see whether we understood. So positive statements are facts. So it is about something that might happen in the future, something that has already happened. So these statements you can test. So you can get some real world information or some real world data and you can test whether these are right or wrong. And these are objective. That means there can only be one correct thing. So examples here, factors of production are land, labor, capital, negative relationship between price and QD, unemployment level. These are all things that you can test. Then what is a normative statement? A normative statement is someone's judgment, someone's opinion, personal belief. Is there a right or wrong here in normative? Can you say that you are right? No, I am only right. Can you say that? Is there a right or wrong? Can you test these statements? No, you can't test. There is no right or wrong. I am saying we'll do this. You are saying, nah, sir, let's do this. So there is no right or wrong. That is positive and normative. Shall I put you directly to the deep end to try a few past papers? Yeah. Just theory directly to the deep end. Now we have not done revision, we have not done anything else. We'll directly put you to a deep end. Okay. I want you all to read very carefully. This doesn't have that. Now some people memorize. If the word has should, it's a normative. And now I purposefully put a MCQ that doesn't have the word should. We'll see how many of you all have actually understood. Okay. Which of the following is a normative statement? Normative. That means a person's opinion. Okay. Economists classify resources as land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. Environment is an example of a scarce resource. If income increases, sale of luxury goods will fall. Economies have limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants. An unequal distribution of resources is unfair. Which one do you think is a personal opinion? You can say this is also correct, this is also. There is no right or wrong. That means 4 of this you can prove. 4 of these are facts. One of it is an opinion, personal judgment. It's a tricky MCQ. Most of you all so far have got it correct. Good. Others, what do you think? Personal opinion. I am saying this is good. You are saying no, sir. This is the one. What do you think? Which one is the normative? Okay, so far I have only 50 answers. Other 50? Yes, right or wrong, give answer. That's okay. This is the theory class. I told you, we'll do theory, revision, fast track, fast paper. We'll do so many classes. This is the first time that you are doing. That's why I said I directly put you the deep end. So after teaching you, I taught you how to swim in the. I taught you how to swim using a textbook, and now I put you deep end. So some of you all might not be able to swim. That's okay. We will learn. Right? We will do this again and again and again and again. So at least give me an answer, guys. Don't be shy or don't be scared. Right or wrong, it's okay. Which one do you think is the normative? Right. So I have 90 answers so far. So that means there is deduct me and the screen. There is 3. Okay. So easiest way to do is cut off answers, guys. So think. First answer, is it 1? No, cut off. Then likewise do. That's the easiest way to do MCQs. Okay. So far I have almost most of you all got it correct. Some of you all went with a little bit of a wrong answer. The answer is number 5. Number 5 says, an unequal distribution of resources is unfair. Now, for example, you're saying, sir, it's unfair. So everyone should get equal resources. Let's say equal money, equal goods, and so everyone should get equal. I am saying, no, man. Right? Unequal is okay because some people are working hard. They should get more. Other people are not doing anything. They should get less. That's a personal opinion. There is no right or wrong. Now look at the other ones. Economists classify resources as land, labor, capital, entrepreneurship. So this is a fact. Environment is an example of scarcity. So example, you can say, we'll learn this later. Okay, don't worry about what it actually means. Okay, is also a fact, right? If income increases, here's what you all think. I want you all to practically think and tell me whether this is right or wrong. Now, this is also a positive statement. Third one, is it right or wrong? If income increases, sale of luxury goods will fall. Just think, luxury goods like branded watches, branded perfumes, luxury cars. So if income increases, will the sale of that fall or will the sale of that increase? What do you all think? Is this right or wrong? This is false. No? If income increase, sale of luxury goods will increase. No, people will buy branded watches, branded clothes, high-end vehicles. So what does that mean? This is false. Okay, but false means you can test it, right? Can be tested. So you're testing. You can test and see. So testing and seeing means exactly right. I have a good explanation. So testing and seeing means it's a positive statement, can be tested. You can verify either right or wrong. Look at the 4th one. Economies have limited resources to satisfy unlimited wants. That's also like a fact. Limited resources. But the 5th one, which is your answer, unequal distribution of resources is unfair. Some can say unfair, some can say fair. Is there a way to test or prove this? No, that is your answer. So around 90% of you all got that correct. Even the 10% who got it wrong, don't worry. This is you jumping directly to the deep end. This is actual past paper question, 2011 question number 3. So that's okay. We will learn. But if you got it correct, you can be very proud of yourself. Why? Because the first time itself you got it correct means when we learn it again and again and again, this is going to be nothing for you. Yeah. So that's the good thing. All right. Deep end number question number 2. We'll see this 2080. Which of the following statements is a normative statement? Normative, personal judgment. Increase in fuel prices will encourage the demand for electric cars. If income increase, sale of luxury goods will fall. As laptop prices fall, people will buy more of them. Government should control the rents that house owners charge. Quantity demand of a good is inversely related to the price. Which one is the normative? If you are listening from some one word itself, you can figure this out. Which one is the normative? Which one is the personal judgment? Which one is the one that you can't prove? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this time I'm getting answers more faster than the last one. Others, what do you all think? Which one is the normative answer? Which one is the answer that there is no right or wrong? Right. I think I just got 1 or 2 wrong answers on everyone else so far. Correct. Give me an answer, guys. That's okay. Others, what do you think? The right answer, guys. Now don't copy the answer. Now some people send the answer on the some people send the answer for everyone. So you don't copy that and send. Now you be genuine to yourself and you figure it out. So which one? Answer is number 4. Why? Government should. See the word should. I told you it's a hint. The moment you see the word should, that's a hint. This might be not. Remember, just because it has should, don't say normative, but read and see. Government should control the rent house owners charge. Now, some people will say, no, they should not. That is too much of work for the government. Let the house owners charge whatever rent they want. So if people want, then they will buy it or they will come on rent. If they think it's too high, they won't come. Some people will say, no, no, sir, government should control because some house owners are charging too much. Personal opinion. There is no right or wrong. But look at the others. Increase in fuel prices will encourage the demand for cars. Positive. You can prove, no, you can see if fuel prices increase, will the demand for electric cars increase or not? You can check. This one, income increase, we learned last MCQ. Laptop prices fall, people will buy more of them. Positive, can check. Quantity demand is inversely related. Positive statement. You can check whether these are right or wrong. But the fourth one, no way to check whether it is right or wrong. So this is called a normative statement. Is that clear, guys? Step. Yeah. Questions, problems, issues. Okay. So what did we do so far now? What did we do? We studied what economics is. We studied micro and macro. Micro small part, macro entire economy. We studied positive statements. Positive statements are facts, can be proven and tested, can be right or wrong, but you can prove. Then we studied normative, personal opinions, no right or wrong. You're saying let's do this, I am saying let's do this. Okay, with that, guys, right? So I will start the next area also. This is nothing big, guys, needs and wants. Okay, but if income increases, sale of luxury goods fall, don't worry about that, guys. I will learn all of those in unit number 2, how demand and all of that works. Don't worry about what it means. That's okay. Okay, so do you all want a small break and then shall we go to the quiz? I'll give you a 5-minute break and then we have an interesting quiz. The winners of the quiz, what do you all want? I can go with a nice deal. I'll give you all, right now. I know these days you all are at home, you all have nothing to do and you all are always on your phone. So I'll give you a reload. Okay. The first place winner, I'll give you a reload of 500 if you're playing big. The second place and the third place. Okay, so second place, I'll give you 300. Third place, I'll give you 200. Okay. Now, chocolates or anything can't send, no, guys. So we'll go with a reload. Okay. So I'll give you all 5 minutes. You can take a break, or if you want, in the break, you can study also. So the quiz has 10 MCQs. I'll give you all instructions and all how to do. Don't worry. You take a break and come. I'll load the quiz and keep until then. Okay. Yes, it's online. It's very easy to play. So if you all have a smartphone, you can play in the phone or you can play in the laptop. If you have one smartphone, you can play in another smartphone also. So if you're right now in a small phone, if your father has a better phone, get that thing, right? So I'll show you. So take a break and come. So we'll start at, now it's 8:31. We'll start at 8:35, the quiz. You walk around, go to the washroom, anything and come. Okay, so let me give you all the instructions to join the quiz. Now, some of you all have already joined, that's okay, right? So since this is the first time that we are playing a quiz, listen very, very carefully to the instructions. Okay, so okay, I'll send a link also in the chat box. You can click that link also and you can join the game. But first, listen, guys. So this is what you call a Kahoot. Kahoot is a platform for online quizzes. So what you should do is you need to go to this website, www.kahoot.it, KAHOOT.it, not .com, .it. Go to the website. So you can go to the website from your phone browser, laptop browser, computer browser, any browser, right? Go to the website www.kahoot.it. On the website, they'll ask you for a game pin. So game pin, you can enter this 8751986. I'll send it on the chat box also. Go to this thing, enter the game pin 8751986. Then they'll ask you for a nickname, put your normal name. Okay, but if you want to put a nickname also, no problem. But if you want to claim the award at the end, you need to prove that it was you. But somehow you can, okay, right. So I think the player limit has reached. So I have 2 quizzes. So we'll have one quiz with the round 1 players, and we'll have another quiz with the next set of players. Okay, so we'll split it. I think this has only 50 players. So the first 50 will play, and then we'll have the next 50. So okay, never mind. I'll keep the award at the same price, but it doubles the cost for me, but never mind. Okay, so still we'll go with the reload of 500, 300, 200. The ones who aren't able to play, you all can get a, we'll see. So maybe we'll try and have a final also, we'll see. Right, so for now, those who are in the game will play. For those who can't enter the game, because there are only 50 people can enter this, for those, I'll have another quiz. Okay, right. We'll start, guys. So I'll just show you how the quiz works. Okay, now in your device, the first question is a trial question. No points for this, just to get you all familiar. So a timing goes like this, and the question will appear on your screen. This is a trial question. Now, how much is 2 plus 5 into 3? 21, 15, 10, and 70. So you have to simply click on a number. Right? So you have a timer going. Okay, you have that limit of time. So the faster you answer, the more points you get. Okay, faster you answer, more points you get. Now this question, no points. This is just a trial question, just to show you how the question is. Okay, right. So some of you all have got that correct. Okay, my player limit has been reached, so that's okay. Okay. So this is the now you will not get maths questions like this. You will get econ questions. Remember, the faster you answer, the more points you get. Each question you have 1,000 points. Some questions have only 20 seconds. Some questions have 30 seconds. Okay. So faster you answer, the more points you get. Remember that. Faster you answer, more points you get. So let me go to question number 1. We'll start. So scoreboard 0. This question has no points. Huh? That's a trial question. So from next question onwards, there are points. For those who didn't join, guys, don't join now. We'll have another quiz with you all in a while. Okay, so don't join now. Next one. This is your first question. Which of the following best describes economics? The study of satisfying unlimited bonds with limited resources, study of allocating resources in the most efficient manner by the government, the study of how businesses maximize their profit, the study how society determines the distribution of wealth and income. Which one do you think? Those who didn't join, don't worry, guys. I'll give you another one. Don't try to join now. Okay, the answer is 1. Nice. So 47 of you all have got it correct. So, those who didn't join us, if you all want, you all can send the answers on the chat box. So you can send the color red, blue, yellow, green. Okay, just send it on the chat box for me. Just at least you all also will feel you all a part of it. Okay, so this is the okay. So remember, guys, you all get points for answering fast. Okay, so see on so far we have Lena on top with 944. Remember, each question is for 100 points. Faster you answer, more points. Some of you all would have got it correct, but you all might have a little less points because you all took time. Okay, next one. Why is economics considered as a social science? I taught it last class. It focuses on studying natural phenomena and ecological systems. It deals with physical sciences like chemistry and physics. It explores human behavior and interactions in the context of the economy. It exclusively relies on mathematical models and algorithms for analysis. Last class, I taught you. The answer is the yellow one, right? Why we said it's a social science? Because it studies about human behavior. That's why we call it a social science. Right. Let's look at the leaderboard for now. Okay, so we still have Lena on top. We have Salma, then we have another Salma. Guys, I think on my classes, the most common name I think is Zainab. I think there are 6 Zainabs in my class from the Google form that I got. So there are, so make sure, guys, when you all are filling Google forms hereafter, put your full name, right? Name and surname, because there are so many people with the same name. Okay, now, right. We look at the next one. True or false? Economics is all about solving the unemployment in a country. It's all about solving unemployment in a country. True or false? Is that what economics is about? Economics is about solving the unemployment in a country. True, false? This is false, right? Economics is not about solving unemployment. No. Economics is about with your limited resources, how you satisfy unlimited ones. About solving unemployment. Okay, right. Look at the leaderboard. Okay, we still have Lena on top. Okay, the Salmas have switched places. Okay, so we have Zainab and Renus. Next. The branch of economics which studies how an overall economy behaves is called positive, micro, macro, welfare economics. Branch which studies the overall economy. Come on, if you get this wrong, means that means you all have not been listening today. Or you hurried too much and pressed the wrong button. That's called macroeconomics. Right. Most of you all have got that. Yeah, leaderboard is still not changing. We still have Lena on top. Renushi has come up a bit. Okay, so there are 2 Zainabs on 4th and 5th. There are actually 6 Zainabs, I think, in total registered. I don't know how many are in the class right now, though. What is meant by the term economic behavior? Historical events that shape economic system, distribution of wealth among various social groups, the way people behave to fulfill unlimited wants using limited resources, the government's role in regulating economic activities. What do you all think? Red, blue, yellow, green. Okay, so it's the yellow. Right. Scoreboard, has it changed? No, it still looks the same. Right, very tight competition. So from 5,000 points, Lena has 4,700, Salma has 4,660. Right, so very, very close. You all are good. What is a positive statement? A statement that talks about a fact, what has happened or what will happen. A statement that predicts economic phenomena based on facts and data. Statement that evaluates fairness or morality. A statement that offers normative restrictions for improving the economy. Which one is the most correct? Huh? You need to go to the most correct one. Answer is the red one. Right, good. Learn today. Next one. Have the leaderboards changed? No, very, very, very close. Very tight competition though. Maybe I should make the questions a little harder next time. Nothing harder than these are past paper level questions. Which of the following combinations include a micro and macroeconomic concept? So in order, first one should be micro, second should be macro. Inflation and government debt, aggregate demand, aggregate supply, consumer behavior and demand for X, cost of production of a firm, economic growth. Not a very easy one. Oh, nice. I didn't expect most of you all to get that correct. So green one is the correct answer. Let's look at the board. Oh, the leaderboard has changed all of a sudden. The leader is gone down and down and down. Right. So you have Salma on top, then we have a Zainab, then we have Renushi, we have Prarthana, and we have another Salma. Okay. Next one. A normative statement is a statement that describes things based on facts and evidence, an opinion or value judgment about how things ought to be, a statement that presents the relationship between economic variables, a statement that predicts future economic trends and outcomes. What do you all think? The answer is the blue one. Most of you all have got it correct. Leaderboard. Okay, yeah. Right, this is how it is for now. So there are 2 more questions. The last 2 questions are most likely double the points. That means they are for 2,000. So even if you are at the bottom, you still can win. Last 2 questions are double the points, most likely. Either last one or last 2. That's how I have made it. We'll see if this is double the points. Double the points. Which of the following is a positive statement? Government should provide free healthcare. When prices increase, demand for a good will fall. Taxation is unfair and burdensome for low-income earners. Government should increase minimum wage for employees. Positive statement. It's the blue one. Okay. Leaderboard. Okay, leaderboard has changed. We have Renushi on top now, right? Double the points, remember, last question. So you get, the faster you answer, the more points you get. So we have Renushi, Zainab, Salma, Prarthana, and another Salma. Okay. So 6 players have an answer streak of 9. Oh, nice. Last question. Double the points. Which of the following is a normative state? employment rate in a country is 6%. Increase in price will decrease demand. Supply and demand determine equilibrium price. Government should control the rent charges by house owners. Charged by house owners. What's the normative? If you are listening in class, you can get this stuff. The red, the blue, the yellow, and the green. Okay, so it's the green, right? So let's have a look at the leaderboard now. We'll see who and who is leading. Okay, so the winners, first person is. So if you are among the first, second, and third, you need to drop me a text on WhatsApp with your contact number that you want the reload for. So say, sir, hi, sir, I am this one. I was first in the quiz today. I want the reload for this now. Because some of you all have postpaid numbers. If I go and put the number that you're registered under, it doesn't come. Okay. So if you have a personal phone or something, right? You can get. Okay, so drop me a text after you win. Who the winner? Right. So we'll look at the winners. Okay. So on third place, we have Prarthana. So congratulations. Good job. On second place, we have Renushi. And then who won it? On first place, we have Zainab on first, right? So that's this thing. So on fourth, we have sorry, who was fourth? There was Nusra, and let me replay it again. Who was the fifth, guys? I didn't see this. There is a way to replay this. Hold on. Let me replay this. I didn't see the fifth person. Oops. All right, I can. Okay, there is the podium. Replay animation. Fifth was you. Okay, fifth was Salma. Okay, so third was Prarthana. Second was Renushi. The first was Zainab. And fourth and fifth was very close points though. Fourth was Nusra and fifth was, I think, Salma. Okay. So good job, guys. Right. We'll see. I actually made only one quiz. We'll see if I have another quiz that I made for the previous batch. Okay. So the others who were not able to pay, you all can play. Others you all can watch now, right? Now, if you joined already, please don't join. Okay. Okay. So can you give me a few minutes? Let me see if I have like a old quiz that I have made. I actually made only one. I forgot that this has a 50 limit. Let me go back. Let's go to Kahoot. Right. So now, for those who want, please drop me a text. Guys, how is it? Can you just until I load the other quiz, can you let me know on the chat box how was your experience playing? Too much of pressure, no? When the time keeps ticking and you need to answer it very, very fast. For A levels, guys, for MCQ, you get around 2 minutes. But here I gave only 20 seconds or 30 seconds because if I give you 2 minutes, you will then look at the book and you will Google it and you will give me an answer. So can't give you all 2 minutes, right? That is why I gave you all only this one. Okay. Right. Unit 1 piece. Yeah, I know it is. I know it's not easy, right? A lot of pressure at the beginning. Let me. Hold on. Right, I know it goes duck, right? Your heartbeat keeps increasing, right? When you go and press the wrong one. Right. So usually we'll have a quiz every class, right? We'll have a quiz every class at the end. That is for me to see how well you all have understood or were you all listening during class. Otherwise, I don't know. I can't find another quiz now. Hold on. How do I sign info Kahoot? Right. So remember, guys, the next week quiz will be from all what we have done. Okay. So quizzes get harder and harder. That's the challenge, no? So next week quiz will be like 50% of what we do next week, and 50% of what we did before. So that means next week you have to study what we have done so far and also listen next week during next week's class. So if not, you will not get it right. Guys, I can't find another quiz. Shall I have another quiz next week for those who didn't join? Is that okay? I'm really sorry about that. Right, I can't find another quiz. If I make another quiz, that will take me another 15 to 20 minutes to make one. So next week, for those who didn't play the quiz this week, we'll have a quiz at the very beginning. Okay, so next week we'll have 2 quizzes. So at the very beginning, we'll have a quiz for those who didn't get to play this week. And at the end, we'll have a proper quiz with this and that. Okay, so that means you all have a little bit of extra time, but really sorry guys, I actually totally forgot that the limit is 50 people. Okay, so we'll do that. So the winners of this week, drop me a text. I will send you your reload. Yes, so every week you will get a there is a quiz and there is a prize. The prize might reduce going forward a little, right? I might not give you a reload of 500 because I also might end up getting broken, right? So, but for next week, I'll give you the same price as promised. Going forward, because it's there for every single week, it will do. But usually the prices for term exams and all will be higher. Okay, so those who participated for this quiz, guys, please don't participate in next week's first one. Okay, so homework for this week, what do you need to do? Take 20 minutes within the week. Please go through what we have done so far and come. The recording of today I will upload by tomorrow or by day after on YouTube. And also, guys, if you all have friends, pass a message. I only have a few more free set of tuts. So after that, I'm not couriering any free set of tuts because honestly, my printing cost itself for a pack of tuts is more than 750. So my number is this, guys. I don't know. This is my number 07705666014. So if you all have any friends, you all can ask them to drop me a text. I'll add them to the WhatsApp group and I'll courier the tuts once they fill the form. I am sending a new set of tuts tomorrow. So if you don't have this thing, please make sure that you fill the form. Other classes like fast track revision, you have to pay extra. Yes, but now something like fast track will happen after theory and revision is over. So then theory and revision fees will not be there. You'll be paying a fast track. That's how it fast track goes. Revision will happen parallelly with theory. That we have time, guys. We have more than 1 year to go there. So don't worry. For the next 1 year, we only have theory class. Okay, right. So with that, we'll wrap it up. I'll see you all again. Remember time next Monday, 7 to 9 p.m. It is also a free class. So see you all, guys. See you all next Monday. So far, you all have been doing great. Really proud. See you. Bye-bye. Winners, drop me a text. See you all.